The world's most populous city isn't Tokyo anymore. No, now it's a different Asian island capital, Jakarta, Indonesia, with nearly 42 million people. That's more than California in an area the size of Delaware. Jakarta is home to about a third of the people who live on Java, the world's most populous island. And yet, for being such an enormous city, its rise is relatively recent. It wasn't until the 1980s that it passed Bangkok and Manila to become Southeast Asia's largest city, and it wasn't until just a couple of years ago that it became truly the largest in the world. So, why have so many people moved to the swampy northwest coast of Indonesia's fourth largest island? Well, welcome to Why There, the show where I explain why your favorite places are in your favorite places. This episode, Jakarta. Jakarta sits on a coastal plain where a web of rivers from the high wet mountains to the south spill out into the Java Sea. The interior of the island is famously one of the world's greatest rice growing regions, with abundant fresh water and fertile volcanic soils allowing the island to support a population larger than Mexico in an area the size of Louisiana. For most of history, though, this area was just too marshy and flood prone to host a major city. Generally speaking, the power centers in the region were either on other islands or high in the mountains. The port town that was here, called Sunda Kelapa, was mostly just a small stopover on the vast trading networks connecting Southeast Asia, China, and India. That all changed, though, when Europe came knocking. They wanted spices, and they were willing to reshape the balance of power to get them. And in 1619, the Dutch East India Company destroyed Sunda Kelapa to make way for their new colonial capital, called Batavia. The Dutch decision to put their capital here was partly strategic, as for much of history, the power brokers of this region were centered either to the east, like with the Majapahit Empire, or to the northwest, like the Srivijaya Empire. The region of West Java was largely a no man's land, mostly occupied by Sundanese-speaking people. The Dutch rule of Indonesia was long, brutal, and exploitative, but it was also the first time that what would become Jakarta was an economic and administrative center for the entire region. The Dutch built roads, ports, and railways fanning out from Batavia to facilitate the extraction of Indonesia's resources. And in 1945, when Indonesia gained their independence from Imperial Japan and as such the Netherlands, they kept the capital here. Renaming it Jakarta, it immediately became the most important city in a country of 17,000 islands and 700 languages. And right as its population was growing organically thanks to industrialization, modernization, and the ensuing decrease in infant mortality, Jakarta's strong economy was also attracting waves of migrants from across the new nation. Jakarta grew to fill a huge area, basically absorbing the nearby cities of Bogor, Tangerang, Depok, and Bekasi to become one enormous area known as Jabodetabek. Nowadays, basically all the growth in this urban area is in these outer suburbs. This insane growth has created huge problems for Jakarta. Chronic flooding, air pollution, some of the world's worst traffic, and rapid land subsidence driven by unregulated groundwater uptake. This is why the government is investing billions in a massive eagle-shaped seawall in the Java Sea and is moving the administrative capital to a drier location on the island of Kalimantan. But even with these problems, it doesn't seem like Jakarta is getting dethroned anytime soon. Warga Indonesia, sampaikan pendapat kalian di kolom komentar, and everybody else let me know where you think we should go next. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.